MacBook.
And what do you
Yeah, see that live streaming is not that notification that comes in. I've got the input set for these headphones and the output set for these headphones. But when I hear the video, it
check in
comes
your
out of my computer.
check in your Mac preferences, your Mac audio preferences?
Okay, let me go there. Okay, system preferences, audio. Headphones.
Seth,
There
here's
we
the
go.
stream link here.
Oh, let me go back. I screwed preferences.
Oh, and don't forget to do moderator rights for me too when you get a chance,
Yeah,
Taylor.
doing that right now. Grant moderator rights.
And copy and
Yeah, there we
link.
go. Now I got it. Now start it again and see if it comes through.
Yeah, unmute yourself, Steve.
That was it.
All right, that fixes it. Good.
All good.
All right. So the stream key is in there. I'll also put it in the. Uh,
Chat.
I put it in the chat just now.
That's the YouTube stream key. Okay.
All right, so I put it in the document and I put it in the chat now.
Okay, which Docker? You're in the Google Doc.
The beta run masterclass. Yeah, Google Doc.
Let me go in. Let me get that up right here. God, we had another one. There's another one. Ah, MTSU.
All right.
Wow.
So now we're just waiting on, I guess, Kamal and Will, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So you shared that doc with me, right, Taylor? I know you did earlier. I just didn't get it up. Let me go to it now. You probably put the link in Slack as well, didn't you?
Yep, I can put it back if you like.
Yeah, just put it in. We've been communicating on a few different ones, so just tell me which one you're sending it to, and I'll.
Your personal one, and then the one that.
Yeah, just my personal one's good. Just on menu. Cool. There we go. It's open and cranking. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see, stop. View.
Now, if somebody asks questions, if it is streaming, people go in there. How do they? Who can answer those text message? The text.
That's a good question. I can, but maybe I need to give somebody else access.
Yeah, that's a good question. Are we gonna like just let them comment in the live stream and then?
Well, maybe Jen. I don't know. Yeah, if they're going to comment in the live stream, and then I don't know how many people will go there because we haven't given them that link, so
we haven't shared it. Yeah, that's true.
Right. So maybe we just wait and see. But yeah, I think we should. I mean, I'm happy to do it, but I just it's been a while since I've done it. I would have to sign in and have both things going at the same time, right?
Yeah. So I'll show you what it looks like.
All right. Yeah.
Here. All right. So I'm going to share my screen.
I'm sure I remember it from the Michael Coral coach crap.
So this is kind of what it looks like over here. Oh,
right.
This is the beginning of the stream chat. And for anybody else that's on the stream, they're going to see something like this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no.
Oh, right here. Hello, this is the beginning of the stream chat. Then you have to sign into chat. So
I'm signed in there, but I don't. I mean, it's going to be if I'm fielding questions in the room and then jumping over YouTube, I'm going to miss things.
Yeah. Why don't you both just sign in, just in case?
So I sign in to what?
Yeah, I'm signed in to YouTube.
So go to the YouTube link, the stream link,
Okay, let me go back to the doc. Oh, the beta run masterclass stress test. Where did you put it? Down at the bottom? Yeah.
It's also in
this
the
is join.
chat in our room there.
Okay. All right, let me just click on it there. Okay.
I almost wore that T-shirt, Taylor.
There we go.
I still could.
Okay, so I'm in now, I guess.
Yeah, you should have it should say something in the chat area. If you're looking at your screen, if you're
Hello, I see on the very far right. You said where Taylor says hello, and I'm beginning this being able to see.
Yeah, sign into chat.
Okay.
Take some Robitussin or something so I don't cough in everybody's ear. Give me a second, guys.
There. Hey, yeah. I can't wait to get my eye surgery. Jeez.
What's going on with your eye?
I'm getting two audios here that are what I had a accident a while back. I'm gonna jump.
Oh yeah, you need to mute the audio on YouTube if you want, or just close the
Yeah.
YouTube tab out.
YouTube. Where is? There
So-
we go.
Yeah,
There we go. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you fine. Can you
Okay,
hear one of me
perfect.
now?
Yeah, and I hear one of myself.
Good.
Okay, scam likely. Let me turn that off. A few years, well, about 3 years ago, I was mowing the lawn, and I had there was a chute at the top of the riding lawnmower. There was a hole in it, and I ran over a piece of wood, and it came flying out and hit me in the eye.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, I thought I lost my eye, go to the hospital, all that kind of stuff. Of course, it was on a weekend, and there was no, ophthalmologist. They had somebody in there, but after that, I had actually there was splinter stuff inside my eye too.
Oh,
But they got it cleaned out and everything, and then I had to go, to the ophthalmologist and go through. They gave me all this medication and drops and all this stuff, and managed it over the probably about a 3-4 month healing process, right? So I get to the point where I thought, all right, I'm going to wear my contacts again, but I still couldn't see that great out of it because so I look my contacts I had in a vial, that was sitting on our in our bathroom, and I didn't have the case on top of it. I'd see it, I would squirt water in it everywhere to keep the contacts lubricated.
yeah.
Well, not realizing that when my wife was like doing hairspray and all that kind of stuff, that stuff was going into those contacts.
Oh no.
And so I put the contacts in, and I feel kind of weird. I go up to work, and my eyes just start. I go, oh my God, they're burning like crazy. And I'm calling my wife. Saying, I can't see. I don't know what I did. I got the contacts out. My eye was all messed up, and so then at top of she drives me to the eye doctor, and basically those chemicals that were on that burnt some of my cornea off.
Oh my gosh.
It was awful. So now I've had a really bad. It started a cardiac in this eye, accelerated it, and now it's they don't know when they get in surgery. They're supposed to they put this lens in, but if there's, from what I understand, they can't tell if there's been damage in there to where they might have to go further surgery to do on it. But bottom line, it's like I have a big thumbprint like on this eye.
Okay.
So I'm struggling. I've struggled to see extremely well. I mean, watching TV, it's hard sometimes to really clear out the. If I'm trying to go Netflix or something, I can't read half that crap.
Oh geez.
So that's why I wear. I don't normally wear glasses. I wear, but it's always been contacts. But I'll go back to contacts when I get all this straightened out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking on YouTube. So I'm going to mute this video on YouTube too, because can I do that? I don't guess I can. Or can I?
Video on YouTube? What do you mean?
No, you can't mute the video. You just have to close the tab, I think.
I have to close the tab. All right, let's see. Where's the tab on this sucker? Without going to the whole thing. I think I'd have to shut the whole thing down, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean mute the video on YouTube?
No, I'm seeing you guys. YouTube's open as
Right.
well.
And it's
We're
delayed.
frozen there. Yeah, it's delayed or we're frozen. So.
All right.
I was just wondering how to get my face off of YouTube is what I was trying to do.
JMS MTSU. Do we know who that is?
Let's let him in. I'll let him in.
Okay.
So guys, also Steve and Seth, I'm sure you know this, but Steve, if you see those two little guys at the bottom, like the icon with the two guys, you can click on that and you can see everyone who's in the room and everyone who's in the waiting room.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't hear a knock.
I did. And
we saw it, but I invited them in, but they were gone by the time we got there.
Huh.
Okay. So we both can let people in then, Sid and I.
Yeah.
Sid.
Okay. Yeah, he calls me Sid all the time.
Did it today. That Taylor's. Who else? He was doing it today too, right?
No,
well, he was calling me
I
Steve.
called you Steve.
Yeah, you call me Steve.
Wait, no, I mean
it starts with an S. It's okay. You can call me Z also. If that works. No worries.
Yeah. So I'll on you. So YouTube, going back, if I go back to the stream, I'm looking at it. I see we're all frozen there, but there's no way to mute the picture then that you know.
Correct.
So you can put the video on pause. You can put the stream on pause.
You can pause it, right?
Okay, put the stream on pause. Okay, there. Yeah. So.
And then also you can pop out the chat. That might make sense. So here, watch.
Mm-hmm.
I'll share my screen.
Yeah, you're right. That might make sense.
All right. So you see my screen over here? So I don't have to watch myself because I'm muted myself. You see my screen?
I do, but I'm trying to see where your cursor is. Okay.
All right. You see it now?
Yeah.
All right. So number one, I've got the stream paused. So I don't have to listen to it. But I can go up here to the top right, pop out chat. So now I can move the chat around and I can move it to my other screen. So like this is the YouTube chat.
Okay. All right.
You want to try popping it out?
Yeah, let me try it. Top chat. Oh, it says top chat, live chat on mine. You want me to share my screen because I don't think I see the same thing. I have the same thing.
Top right corner, the three dots in the top right here.
Oh. Okay, let me share my screen. I don't see it. Do it. Let me see on yours again. Yeah, I have a dip. Your screen is. See. Okay, now
share your screen.
Okay. All right. There's mine.
Okay, so there we go.
That's interesting. Go to it. Yeah, go to it in top chat. That's weird. Scroll up. Can you scroll up there at all?
Oh yeah. There should be three little dots at the top corner next to where it says top chat. So
there we go.
There you go.
Yeah, you got it.
Pop out chat. So now I can just put that on the screen and not have to.
You can minimize it.
I think you can close. Yeah, and you can close out the tab too if you want. So you just have the YouTube.
Yeah,
so I can.
I just closed it out.
Cool.
So seeing mine here, how do I close out the picture?
How do you close it?
Or can I?
You can't close out the picture, but you can close the tab, or you can just pause the picture. Like you got to pause now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to be on camera if I didn't have to be.
Even if it still messes with your head, even if you're paused, you don't want to look at yourself.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
It's so pretty. It's distracting.
Let's do that. That way I could get off that. And okay, stop my sharing my screen here. All right, so live chat is right beside me, so that's cool. Very easy now. All right.
I just okay. I think that'll work.
Oh, come on, it's calling.
Hello.
Hey, bud.
So we're in your room setting up, and just wanted to say, okay, we're clearing all of the land to the Cat 16 to RealTime audio box, getting the current plugged in. And if you went to people, you know, it's not right there. This is the one there now. Studios.
Okay, so no computer. You can control it from your phone if you want.
Exactly. Yep. Okay, so this box is set. When you need to bring your headphone, we'll take you to the box setting up here. The new box is stay on the ground.
Okay. Hopefully they can connect on the same network.
Oh no.
You might want to pause the live stream, Taylor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just so we don't get this going through it. I mean, it's troubleshooting. It's okay, but just in case.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't bring computers, so hopefully they'll be fine on their phone.
I thought Mark said that they had them in the rooms, but okay.
They do have computers in the rooms, but they might not have webcams. Who knows? But they'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Yep.
Okay.
So what's going on?
Kamal is starting to get set up now.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. So Seth, you know you're comfortable running the lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. I'm either going to cough in everybody's ear. I'm going to get high on Robitussin.
Man.
Let's
Is that
do
just
this.
is it still a cold or is it allergies or what's going on?
I don't know what the fuck it is. It's children being disgusting.
Okay. Yep.
I literally have not been well since Mayor started daycare.
Wow.
It's not. It sounds a lot worse than it is. I mean, I don't feel terrible. I just have a cough. I'm not running a fever. I don't have a headache. I'm a little bit more tired than I usually am, but not that bad. Just annoying. So if I'm goofy, you have to tell everybody I was high on Robitussin.
Just high on Robitussin, yeah. All right. So whoever the moderator is changing director views too. I was just testing that out. So okay, here's
Jesse Odom wants to join the meeting room. Who is that? I don't know.
We'll find out.
Jesse Odom has been a lot.
Hello.
How are you? No, we're not hearing you.
I think.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think.
There you go.
I think you're early. Yeah, it starts at 7 or 6 your time. If you're in Nashville.
Hey Jesse, can you hear us? Oh, cool. What group are you with?
kidding me like that.
I just realized my mic wasn't plugged up.
It is. I'm with SAE Institute.
Oh, nice.
Oh, great.
Cool. Well, you're welcome to hang out. We're just kind of getting set up. The real
Kind of the same.
show-
I was just seeing if I could get in first, and then I could.
Oh, sure.
So I'd be ready to go when it was time to.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's great.
All right.
You want a job?
I do actually. I'm early.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the best things.
Very nice. Cool. You're studying engineering out there.
Yeah, it's the audio program currently. I might. Hey, get out of the refrigerator, buddy. Okay, I'll make you something. Yeah, I forgot what the question was.
You're studying engineering.
Yeah. We're getting into that. I'm currently in my. We're going into our fourth mod. We're about to do signal processing,
Oh, great.
Oh, cool.
and I think
That's
electronic
our jam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
That's the stuff I'm excited to get into, to get
That's
it more into than I've already been.
Yeah.
Hi, you want to wave? Say hi.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
What's your name?
What's your name?
Noah.
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 That's a cool name. No, I'm Taylor.
That's Taylor
I'm Seth.
and Seth.
Daddy.
You left the refrigerator door open, buddy. What do you want to eat? You want a hot dog?
Like that.
You want the chocolate milk?
Milk.
I'll be right back.
Seth, I went to a estate sale over the weekend
Mhm.
and found a pair of JBL. I mean, they're stereo speakers, but the vintage stereo speakers. JBL LX 500 for $25.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I do have to replace the foam, around the speaker. I haven't done that since I was like 18.
The
Have
paper?
you done that before? Yeah, it just around. Yeah, it goes around the speaker.
Yeah.
Some of it
No.
start to decay.
Oh man. Yeah.
I
I
mean,
usually get rid of
They
speakers
sell
when I
all
do
the
that.
kits, but I don't know if that's something that's easy for me to do now, or if I need to take it somewhere and get it done.
Yeah, I haven't. I've never done it. Just because it has to be, the suspension has to be right and everything, but it can't be that
Yeah.
difficult. So
Yeah. How about you, Taylor? You ever done it?
No. We're talking about the little the foam that goes in between the speaker and the actual kind of opening.
Yeah. Yeah. It actually it attaches to the speaker. Actually,
Right.
it attaches to it as well.
Right around the diaphragm.
Mm-hmm.
okay. I'm sorry. I was thinking of something else. I was thinking the diaphragm.
No, I'm just talking about it's just no, it's not the diaphragm.
Oh, that shouldn't be too hard then.
No, the 25. But then I got online. I see where they're. I think you can. 269 is about the best I could find them online if you can find them.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to hooking this up on my old receiver and
Yeah. Cool.
checking it out.
I love all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I came up as an engineer, I trained under a guy named Harvey Gerst, who was one of the early innovators at JBL. He kind of invented a lot of the. I mean, he didn't get any credit for it because but he did. He authored a lot of their patents.
Yeah.
He was, he had tremendous hearing. Even in his old age, he had ridiculous. He could. Like he was one of those kind of old school mastering guys that could pick out, frequencies and chaos.
Mm.
Yeah, and he taught me a whole bunch, but eventually what I learned on my own was that I'm not supposed to be an engineer. Like like I'll work my whole life and I'll never be anywhere in the ballpark, as the guys that are really good at it. But I enjoyed everything I learned.
Yeah. It's something. I'll tell you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jesse, I'm sorry. I muted you. So just so you know, we can't hear you. You can unmute for sure, though. I mean, you're welcome to join in the conversation.
It's just click on a little
little microphone down at the bottom. There's a toolbar that shows up. It can be a little picture.
There it is. I somehow maximized myself. I don't.
Oh, so click on there's like a little Rubik's Cube thing down there too.
Okay.
It's 4 squares.
There we
That's-
go.
Yeah, tile view. And
You know what?
spotlight
I'm gonna do. Everyone follows me, so
Okay.
I could just. Nobody has to worry about it. Everyone follows me. There he goes.
So are you guys not audio engineers, or are you producers, or?
We all have different musical backgrounds and music tech backgrounds. All of us are players to some degree. Steve and Seth are much more players than me. But I worked my way through college as an engineer, and afterwards I worked as a producer for a bit.
Yeah, and I've spent a lot of time in the recording industry and studios and
Okay.
mastering as well. Just
Oh wow.
I've done a whole bunch of stuff. So
Right.
and I love it. I love it. And Taylor says he found out that engineering wasn't for him, and I think he's more of an engineer than he thinks he is, audio wise. I mean, he's a brilliant programmer, and
I can rig stuff together. I find weird ways to make things work. As an engineer, I spend most of my time just trying to figure out why there's no sound.
That's a common problem.
The first 20 minutes of any studio session is why am I not hearing anything? So I guess that's digital. That's a very early form of digital signal processing, like just signal path. Like
why don't I have sound?
Right. There's a microphone. We connect to the cable. That goes here. Okay.
I sat at this computer one time for about 30 minutes, not realizing that I've got a Apollo Twin, and you know how it's got the headphone jack on the right and then the instrument line on the left.
Right.
I came in and I turned it on, and the last time I used it, it worked fine. And I turned it back on, and I'm getting no sound. And I'm not realizing my son came and pulled it out of the headphone jack and put it in the instrument jack. And I'm like, why am I getting no sound? I'm playing with every setting. I'm looking through all my computer and like
break down the walls. And
then I look down and I finally realized my headphone jack plugs into the instrument jack.
That's okay, I know you're not connected to the internet. There we go. And I'm gonna open up a window here.
So the way it was in my email, it was listed as an audio event. It didn't really. Is it like a seminar or just a bunch of guys talking? Or
well, it's going to be. What we're really doing is sort of a stress test as well. So we've developed this webcam technology, and we have this ultra low latency technology that works along with it. And we've created some stuff that's supposed to scale. As more and more people get in, things are just supposed to keep expanding, and we just sort of want to see when we get to a point, where the breaking point is, if we ever get to it.
Gotcha.
And so there's going to be some discussion about. There's going to be like a little presentation about low latency, and then we do want to show off this low latency jamming. So there will be a jam session as well, and then.
Okay, so you're kind of just testing the network itself.
So the low latency. So there's actually two kind of components going on in the technology software wise. One is the webcam portal, which we're in now. It's essentially like a Zoom for musicians. It's got all the things that Zoom has, but a whole bunch of other stuff for music. And then the low latency function is a function inside of it. It pairs with a little piece of hardware. All the functions work just fine. What we haven't actually tested before is how many people we can get in the webcam room without things going sideways. Like we know theoretically, but we haven't actually tried. So, and it's hard to get large groups of people together. And we're going to start doing some big master classes every month. And we'd rather kind of like find out now rather than find out when we have like a huge celebrity on,
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, I've actually been looking around to see if there was something like that where you could actually in real time kind of collaborate, with other producers, artists, whatever,
Yeah, you can now.
Yep.
So it was not possible recently.
Well, I'm right on the cusp because I was thinking there's got to be something like that exists. I started searching and looking and.
Yeah, we're right. There is now. There's limitations, but yeah. So that's what this whole thing is about. Hey, Mark, how's it going, bud?
Yeah, good to see you, Mark.
With who I.
Sorry, I came in too early. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh no, it's all right. We're just getting set up. You're welcome to hang around, or you can come back later. We'll really get going in about 20 minutes.
It's good.
All right.
Huai is a pretty big company. Are you with one of the schools here?
Oh yeah. Hawaii Music Works is my school,
Oh, okay.
and Mark gave me a cold call when he was here, helping
Oh
his
wow.
daughter-in-law and son.
Oh, I got you confused with the telecom company.
Oh,
Sorry.
Hawaiian Telecom.
Yeah, right.
That's my fiber optic provider.
Right.
You almost had a customer.
All right. Let me give Kamal a call, see if they're doing all right.
I'm going to go offline for just a second. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
I might do the same.
What are you looking to do, Jesse?
Said I might do the same. I'm kind of looking at my controls here.
Yep, everything's down at the bottom. Your camera, your microphone, ability to put something in the chat if you want to.
Gotcha. I see. Let's see. Okay.
No, you can continue as a guest. Oh no, just go into room name Blackbird. No spaces. And just make sure that the Wi-Fi is connected on your phone. You might need the Wi-Fi password from Mark. So the only trick, it has to be the same Wi-Fi network that the Ethernet is plugged into.
Cool.
Okay.
Hey Seth, hold on a second. Do you have Kamal's cell phone number?
I don't know.
All right, I'll get it to you. He's getting set up now, but I don't know what stage of the process Aaron or Will is in. In a worst case scenario, you might need to just call him while I'm presenting to make sure
Sure.
they're set up.
Yep. Okay.
Go.
I think I do have it actually, but let me double check it.
I've got it if you need it.
Okay. Great. Thanks.
Let's see.
That's all right, Steve. Don't worry about it for now. You can just Slack it to me if I don't have it. But that's great. I work in tech, and I can't figure out how to use my phone right now. Yeah, I've got it. I've got it right here. Good. Okay.
Okay, good.
Yep.
So,
Well, you
Mark,
get-
Hawaii Music Works. So, obviously, you're in Hawaii. Do you know Robbie Calvo by any chance?
Oh, I'm sorry. Who was that again?
Robbie Calvo. Do you know Robbie?
Robbie Calvo. That doesn't ring a bell. What
Yeah,
company
he's
is he with?
With Yamaha. He's a guitar, but really with the Line 6 side of Yamaha.
Oh, Line 6. Okay, yeah. I'm more involved with Yamaha Corporate than I am with Line 6.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't know too many than the Line 6 guys.
Yeah. Robbie SOR user.
Yeah, I have a feeling that may be Kamal.
There he is. Come
Yes.
on, man. What's up?
See, I put in my name. Where do I put my name? Still says loading.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm gonna hang up the phone here.
All right. So we need to. Oops, can't hear you.
You're Kamal. You're probably paired to your box, right?
Yes.
Hey, Kamal, can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you now.
Oh, sorry. All right, I'm just gonna talk. Right, sorry, I was on mute.
So
All right, so yeah, let's pair your phone to the box. So the 3-line menu at the top left.
yes.
Click on that, and then click on pair. Hopefully, it sees it on the network.
Okay. It says skip checking real time. Checking for real time box. It says checking for real time box.
Yeah, the box is all plugged in.
Yes. So let me. I'm going to unplug and plug in again. Okay.
Okay, yeah, box should be plugged into the audio interface and also to the power.
Yep. Good. And just plug in again. You should hear that real-time audio is connecting.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, did you hear the voice last time?
No, I did not.
Please wait
There
while
we
your
go.
real-time audio box is booting up.
Okay, it's booting up.
Your real-time audio box is connecting to the internet.
Can you hear that?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Okay.
Your real-time audio box is connecting to the internet.
Uh-oh.
48. Okay. Then we're gonna have to get Will and Aaron set up.
Have they shown up just yet?
They're in the other rooms, so I got to go over to them. Okay, so it hasn't showed up at the refresh. Loading. No, it's just coming up with troubleshoot and detect.
It's not ready to connect yet. It has to go through the whole cycle.
While your real-time audio box is booting up.
Yeah, it's still booting up.
Gotcha. So Will and Aaron are going to have to go through the same process, and we need to get on it then.
Yeah.
Get over there in just a sec.
We'll get you connected here in the next minute.
Please
We'll do the
wait.
same thing.
Checking for the latest
Okay,
updates.
good. Yeah,
All right,
and
you're
it
on
may
track.
need to update. There's been a couple of pushes recently.
Downloading the latest version. Download completed. Please wait for installation. The installation is complete. Your real-time audio box will now reboot. Please wait while your real-time audio box is booting up. Your real-time audio box is connected to the internet.
Awesome. Fantastic.
Your box is connecting to the internet.
Oh, connecting.
Yes, the guys are in the other room. I'm sure they're wondering, okay, what the heck is going on?
Seth, do you want to tell Kelly that we're going to start here in about 10 minutes? She's knocking on the lobby.
Checking for the latest updates. You are already using the latest version. Please wait. Please wait, making your real-time audio box ready.
I've seen this before. Yeah, it's a cool device. Thank you. Yes, they only made 50 of them. I'm just going to shut up and stay out of the way.
Your real-time audio box is ready to connect.
Okay, you guys still hear it going through the process?
Yeah, give it about 5 seconds. Because I'm going to disconnect mine. I want you to be first to connect. Okay, yeah, go ahead and hit the 3-line menu at the top left-hand corner. And click pair. Let's see, it should detect it now.
Checking. Still says checking for the real time. Okay, troubleshoot.
Oh, that means if close the app and open it again. Yeah, hang up and close. Completely close the app.
Okay, it's completely closed. I need to restart my phone or anything?
No, you don't have to restart your phone. I'm going to kick you out of the room. Just come back in the room when I kick you out.
All right. So I can still see myself in the room.
Hopefully they're on the same network.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Okay, now try to pair.
Okay. Still says loading.
Okay, I'll let it do it. The only reason why it wouldn't detect it at this point is if you're on a different network than the box is.
Okay, pair. And it's checking.
Mark? Oh, yeah. What's up? I just wanted to talk to you briefly because my accident.
You're what? Okay, still says troubleshoot.
Yeah. So if you can grab Mark real quick, what that means is that your phone is on a different network than the box is.
Do you have an email me?
All right, so we need to go to another Wi-Fi. Or,
Yeah,
okay.
either another Wi-Fi, or if there's a way you can plug into a computer that's on the same Ethernet. Either way.
Okay, so as far as Wi-Fi, let's go there.
Blackbird. This should be the same. Blackbird and wireless.
Yeah. Yeah, I see Blackbird, and It is the same.
Let me just check.
He's just checking.
Yeah, no, we're on Blackbird.
Yeah, we're on Blackbird. We're connected
And
on
So
the same network.
yeah, it has to be there has to be something different with the network than what the Ethernet's plugged in, or it would find it. It checks everything else on that network.
Okay, so just a second.
Is there a we did it last time.
Yes. So, we'll try RealTime. This is a Blackbird. And I'm going to try to connect to the box. RealTime. And pair. Okay, checking for RealTime box. Nope, we did not detect. So, we're on the we're connected on the same network.
On your cell phone, you're sure that it's on Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is on. So
Oh, yeah.
even though let me give Mark a call here. Let me see if I've got his number here.
Yeah, he's right here. He can hear you.
I'm here.
Yeah, he's here. He can hear you.
Hey, Mark, can you hear me okay now?
Yes.
All right. Is there any computer that we could try that is also hardwired to the same network?
That's a good question. Let me check, okay?
I'm going to walk away for a second, guys. And tell
Hey,
the
actually, Kamal, while he's doing that, can you get Aaron or Will, or Aaron and Will,
Yes.
the hardware connected?
Yes. Yes.
All right, cool. Just like you got yours.
Take the phone with me, and yeah, they're already connected up. And
Yeah, we got to make sure they hear the same thing you heard with the voice that says "ready to connect."
Gotcha. Okay. So, guys, if you can plug real plug it in again.
Yeah, I think it did.
And okay, and Aaron, you need headphones
So if you
because
want to
that's
let
the only
people
way you
in
can
the
hear.
lobby know, we're going to let them in about 5 minutes.
Okay, that's what I'm doing. Box. Yep. Okay, so all right, so I'm here with Will.
So
And so okay, so I'm here with Will.
Hey, bud.
Yes, I'm here with Mark. That's Will. And this is his setup. So he's going to have to download the real-time audio app on his computer.
No,
Correct?
nope. He just goes to live.realtimeaudio.com.
Live.
I'm not plugged in yet. It's,
Oh, the Wi-Fi go to Blackbird. It's Blackbird. Blackbird. Yep.
BB, probably BB gas.
No, it's not. It's just straight Blackbird. Refresh your Wi-Fi.
Streaming is on.
DC Blackbird. Blackbird. So that seems refreshed a couple times.
Hey, Seth, can you hear me okay?
I see the BB guest.
So I'm going to go ahead and start the presentation here in a minute. Can you give Kamal a call and help him get set up?
Yeah, sure. I'll do that right now.
It's only.
Hey, Kamal.
Hey, Seth. So
Hey,
we
Kamal.
Yes, can you hear me?
Kamal, this is Taylor here. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, I hear you.
All right, so I'm going to start the presentation. I'm going to have Seth give you a call on your cell phone to make sure you're all set up. In the meantime, I'll mute you here and mute your video so we can start the presentation.
Perfect.
All right, cool. I'm muting you and muting your video.
Well, you have to mute Aaron and Will as well, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
You better let him know that. They're going to pop up. Yeah.
All right, and Steve, can you handle the lobby? I'll start admitting people.
Is on. Is on. Battery 100%.
Hey guys, we're going to play a little video while we're getting everyone in the room.
So I read what it says in the brochure, but is it really this? Is that real? Because I honestly don't believe what this is telling me.
Why does it work in layman's terms? Because that's what I am.
If it's that fast, it's like you're doing the Lord's work, especially with COVID.
Do I have to have the most sophisticated internet connection and the highest whatever to be able to use this effectively?
Apparently the range of this.
Okay, so, hey, I just sent you an email.
So I read what it says in the brochure, but is it really this? Is that real? Because I honestly don't believe what this is telling me.
Why does it work in layman's terms? Because that's what I am.
If it's that fast, it's like you're doing the Lord's work, especially with COVID.
Do I have to have the most sophisticated internet connection and the highest whatever to be able to use this effectively?
Apparently the range of this thing is 1,500 miles. Yeah, that's pretty incredible. That's game changing.
It doesn't require, super fast internet. The thing that you want to look for is that we talk about is upload speed. Everyone has download and upload speed. You want to be looking at upload speed. You want to make sure you at least have 10 megabytes up.
All right, this is the most exciting piece of gear I've seen at the NAMM show 2022.
There's a large correlation and analogy between traveling, on a street and highways and little roads and what the internet does. Same challenges too.
It feels like they're in the next room, for sure. It's awesome. I can't wait to start using it more in my private lessons. Because a lot of times, you don't always want to play with the other students, but sometimes you want to play with them.
It felt like just like recording in a real studio. I had headphones on, I was just listening to everybody in real time. No latency at all. I even forgot there was like a gizmo machine, a software between me and the other guys.
It's for real, man. This baby works. I just jammed with some cats I've never met before, and it was killer. I had a time of my life. Nice, guys.
Oh, cool, man. Wow.
Wow. That was fun.
Play like that. Jeez.
That was.
Mark, you're in the room twice, bud.
Your insurance. I have speeding tickets in the past 5 years. Anyways, whatever.
Hey, Mark.
I was gonna say, should we just wait till the 5-year mark?
Yeah, probably not, because you've got speeding tickets. You're gonna see all that stuff.
Henry, can you hear me okay?
And I don't know what their timing is. Each company's different, you know, and then they weigh it all out. Then they weigh it out more on your more recent history, and also your age comes into play as you keep getting older. So, you know, and your work and where you're working and how much you're using the car. Like they'll ask you how
All right,
many
guys,
miles
I'm
a
going to
week you're
mute
putting on the car,
everyone's
all that
mic
kind of stuff.
other than my own.
Right. Which is
All right, hey, everybody. While we're bringing everyone in.
Mute this real fast and then so behind me. You know what I'm doing.
While we're bringing everyone in, I'm going to mute everyone's mic and everyone's video, and then I'll kind of explain what we're doing as we get going. If you have any questions, feel free to just use the chat. Hey, Mark, I'm going to go ahead and mute your video.
Yeah, that works really good. Sounded dead on to me. Yeah. Huh. That's cool. It's easy to be kind of skeptical about tech like this, you know, because we've been trying for a long time to find solutions that work. This honestly is the first one that I've tried, you know, in this genre of apps for real-time play-alongs that actually is usable. I'm pretty impressed. This really is cool for, you know, whatever, across town, across states, collaboration. I mean, definitely, I could see using this definitely successfully in a rehearsal context, which is great.
I just literally flew from Nashville to LA for rehearsal, and I was, you know, I can't help but think that, like, from a rehearsal standpoint, that this probably would have really done the job. Another really immediate application would be for lessons.
Yeah.
Right. You know, the
That's what it's
one
built
thing
for.
that we can't do with our students effectively is play with them.
Right.
You know, like, so I have to do this pseudo modeling where I'm playing for them and they're playing with me, but it sounds like a nightmare coming back to me, and I just have to live with that.
I mean, my thoughts are pretty much iterated by everybody. I mean, I haven't tried any of this software. I've heard of different people developing things, but this is the first time I've actually tried it. I'm pretty impressed, man. Like I said, it's remarkable. I expected some sort of latency, but I mean, to me, I felt super comfortable. I mean, yeah, rehearsals for sure. I mean, that's a given, but we also can't deny that we're entering a new world of trying to figure out our way as performing musicians, and as clubs go under. And Adam and I compose music that only 10% of the public actually listens to. So, it's like finding venues. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like there's also an application like moving forward for like actually getting your music out there and live and there's like home concerts and tickets on Venmo to see, putting on we could do a gig in like a month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it was in everybody's homes, and that's what's kind of exciting. As much as I hate things going that way, and I miss the old way things were, we can't stop it. It's like this is happening with or without us. Pretty exciting.
Was he trumpet player or trombone player? I think he was a trombone player. Was it trombone?
Okay, hey everybody, can you hear me? Okay. All right, cool. I'll be your host for the kind of initial section here.
Can you hear it in your headphones, or what do you? I don't yet. It's probably.
Everyone, if you could mute your microphone, I can mute it for you too. I'll mute your microphone, but if you could leave it on mute for your camera and microphone now, unless you got a question. We're going to have a stress test for this thing where we kind of all turn on our cameras at the same time to see how many video feeds we can run simultaneously. But before we do that, we're going to have a little presentation about what this is, how it works, and we'll give a little expo on showing a few guys using this. Cool. If you have any questions, feel free to use the chat function. To get to the chat, you can just hit the little chat icon in the center icon, and then you can, if you have a question, you can raise your hand here, and we can get you that way. Is everyone able to see and hear okay so far? Anyone having any trouble? Cool. All right. Well, if you have any trouble, just post it in the chat here, and we'll get going. All right. Cool, guys. I'm going to share my screen. I'm Taylor. I'm the head of RealTime Audio. RealTime Audio is one of a few companies that have come out in the past year or so that have worked to crack the code on ultra low latency jamming, real-time jamming, and web conferencing. What that means is that we are allowing, for the first time, technology is allowing musicians to be able to jam together and record and stream together remotely over webcam as if they were in the room together. So I'm here to kind of tell you about how it works and the current state of the technology, what's coming, and what its limitations are. Cool. I'm going to share my screen and we could get going. Like I said, if you have any questions or if you're having any trouble, just feel free to post it in the chat here as we're doing this. All right. As you know, well, I don't know if you've tried or not, but often when people think about jamming online, they think let me share my sound too. They think the experience is going to go something like this. I know I felt like this before. Now I'm feeling it even more. And it ends up going something like this.
Finale. Grand finale.
Birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
All right. So that's a problem we're looking to solve. Sorry, guys. Get the right tab up. So before we start, it's always kind of good to get into the very, very basics of the terminology here. The problem is latency. Latency is essentially the time it takes for sound to go from my mouth through my computer, through my headphones, out the internet, and into your ear. It's not a big deal if you are having a business meeting. It can just get a little awkward. But for musicians, that time difference prevents anybody playing in unison. Interestingly, we get latency not just on the computer, but in real life too. Sound travels about a foot a millisecond. So if you are jamming with somebody in a room 10 feet away, you're experiencing about 10 milliseconds of latency. So sound travels about a foot a millisecond. So we're kind of used to dealing with a certain amount of latency no matter what. A orchestra or a large choir could be 50 feet apart. So from one end to another, we could be experiencing 50 milliseconds of latency. Usually with musicians, it becomes a problem at about 50, 45, and human ear starts noticing at about 25 milliseconds. So why does this matter? We can conduct an ensemble remotely now. We can assign rehearsal for homework in school. We can jam with your students or jam with each other. You can record remotely. You can even play a show completely decentralized. I'm going to turn on my camera here. So what does the solution look like? Here it goes. It's usually some type of box like this. As you can see, there's a port for Ethernet and a port for USB. You're generally going to plug your audio interface into the USB port. That's how audio gets in and out. And you're going to plug an Ethernet cable in here, and that goes directly into your router. So typically, you wouldn't plug your audio interface into this thing. You'd plug your audio interface into a computer. But that's because you want the audio to get into the computer for recording. In this case, we're not recording on the computer. We want to get your audio as out of the house as fast as possible. And the fastest way to do that is through your router. So this box will connect your audio interface here and essentially connect your audio interface to your router. Jack Trip has a similar version. You can see audio interface goes here. Ethernet goes there. So yeah, these are all different kind of versions. Elk Audio has one that is an audio interface and essentially a box combined. So you don't need a separate audio interface. But in the back, there's a Ethernet cable, and in the front, audio interface ports. Eventually, you're going to see instruments, microphones, headphones, amplifiers, all powered by this technology. So this is an Internet of Things play. So just like your car and your microwave and your doorbell all have to be connected to the internet, your instruments will be connected as well. So this is a guitar we built with our chip in it and an Ethernet port. So you can pair it and connect in low latency. So how does it work? Like we mentioned, your router connects via Ethernet to the low latency box. Your low latency box connects via USB to your audio interface, and you connect to your audio interface. So that's the ultra low latency audio channel, but you still want to see each other. And so there's a mobile app, just like the one we're on now, actually the exact one we're on now. The mobile app connects over Wi-Fi, and when it does, you can see each other, and you can control the box and the mixer remotely. This is a kind of another image of it. This audio interface connected to the box. Box is connected to your router, and the whatever device you're watching the web conference on is connected to the box wirelessly. So there's different versions of this. Like I said, there's ours, Jack Trip. There is
okay.
Ours, Jack Trip, Elk Audio. They're all different. They have different ranges. Some have a 500-mile radius. Some have a 1,500-mile radius. Some have faster speeds, but you can only have a couple of people in the room at the same time. So others, you can have 150 people in the room. Some just do audio, some do video and audio. So when you're looking at these different options, these are the types of questions you'll ask. Misconceptions. Most people think that you have to have crazy fast internet for this to work. That's absolutely not the case. Most of these systems work on minimal internet. Generally, we require or we recommend for our system that you have 10 megabytes upload speed. Everyone has plenty of download speed, so there's no reason to check that. But 10 megabytes up is pretty much will pretty much get you there. So what's coming with this? Right now, the big downside is that you have to plug directly into your router via Ethernet cable. So what happens if your router is a shared router in your apartment complex where you're kind of hosed? In the next 6 months, the next year, you'll start seeing these devices powered by Real 5G mobile. Once the Real 5G mobile networks are up, you'll be able to untether yourself from your router and kind of take these things anywhere. More powerful processors that your phones have and computers have mean that you can have higher quality audio in larger room sizes. What's really kind of cool in the future is that these are getting tied in, like ours. The technology is getting tied in to social networks. So, for instance, we have RealTime Social, which is essentially a Facebook for music. If you know who you want to jam with, you can just jump on right away. You don't need it. But the RealTime Social is a neat option for people if you want to find a band and figure out who you want to jam with. While you have the community there, it's a kind of interesting thing. You can stream concerts. We're looking forward to an option to have decentralized metaverse concerts, and be able to exchange crypto and NFTs in the same community. So that's kind of the real fast overview of what we're looking at. I'm going to hide my thing here. And so we've got a little bit of time for a question and answer. If you have a question, feel free to just unmute your mic and unmute your camera and ask away. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yep. Hey, Taylor. Evan Powell from MTSU.
Hey, Evan. How's it going, bud?
Going awesome. This may be kind of far afield, but do y'all have plans for multi-channel coming so we could like send a whole drum set across this individually?
Yeah, so absolutely. The options for there are some options for multi-channel at now. And generally, what we suggest is to do exactly what you would do in in a studio. When recording, you want to run into a mixer and run that mixer into the audio interface, or run the mixer into the box. So you can run 8 channels of audio for your drums that way. If each of our boxes, and I think each of the boxes on anybody's platform has 2 channels. So if you wanted to run multiple channels, you can run multiple boxes at the same time. But at least at this point, those are your options. Does that make sense so far? Cool. Also, this does have multi-track recording. So if you wanted to record in multi-track, it will dump out WAV files for you, and then you would just load those into your preferred DAW. Cool. Anybody else have any thoughts?
So if you could have eight boxes into a router and get 8 different, and then get 2 channels per box.
Yeah, so you'd have 16. You'd have 16 channels at that point.
Awesome.
You got it. Peter, I see you talking, but I don't hear you. You want to check your audio input? It's down by the microphone. There's a little up arrow by the microphone icon. I see you talking, but yeah, just check your audio input there. In the meantime, anybody else have any thoughts or questions on how the technology works or what we're doing? You can raise your hand if so, like this. Okay, guys.
Surely somebody from MTSU has a question.
Oh,
come on, guys.
Lucas Reese. Where's Lucas? Oh, there. Okay, great. Yeah, Lucas, go for it. You can unmute your mic and unmute your camera. I'm gonna put on a follow me feature.
Can you hear me?
I can.
I wanted to ask, did you all have a way? Do y'all actually uh pay each other? You know, um, do you guys pay each other after the experience that you have, or have you ever had an issue with that problem?
With payment, um, so so there's a couple ways that payment plays a factor here. First of all, the boxes you generally buy the boxes, and those will retail around $1.99 a piece, and then the subscription for the app will be about $10 a month. But there are options inside the app. If you're running these like master classes, there was free entry for this one. But if you were running a master class on this system, you could opt to require your participants to pay upon entry, and you would set the rate, and there'd be like a 3.5% for credit cards, but the rest would go your way. Does that help answer your question, or was there a different concern about payment?
Yeah, that was acceptable. Yes.
Cool. All right. Anybody else had a thought? Want to check? Peter, I still see you, but I think your audio input isn't set right. If you look down at the microphone icon, there's a little up arrow next to it, and you could select your input device. Nope. While he's checking options, anybody else had any thoughts or questions at this point?
Taylor, I know you mentioned that you can download the stems from a recording, and I remember you saying you can do it into 24-bit WAV files, but then you said also that it goes into a Reaper file and Odyssey. Can you explain that to me a little bit?
Sure. Hold on. Let me check where you are. There's so many people in the room. So yeah. Yeah, I'm going to try to find you here so I can put the spotlight on you. Oh, there you are. Good. So you have two recording functions here. You can just record the whole session as an MP4 video, or if you're jamming in ultra low latency, you have the option to record multi-track. And so when you start that recording, it'll start recording the file. When you hit stop, it'll give you some options. You can download the file, you can have it emailed to you, but essentially it'll be a zip file, and it'll include a Reaper project file. It'll include a Audacity project file, and for anyone using something other than Reaper or Audacity, it'll give you all the WAV files separated.
Cool.
So you can download into Logic or whatever you use.
And that does it right when you're done recording. When you press stop, it'll give you those three options.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Cool. Awesome.
It'll all be synced up, so you don't have to go and nudge them one way or another.
Now, if you wanted to, so you wanted to do the video and the audio files, can those be separate?
At this point, no. That's a good thought, though. At this point, you
nice
either
to be able to mix them down and then have the video,
and then have the video too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually never thought about that. It's a good idea, though. Sure. There shouldn't be a reason we couldn't do it. But yeah, right now it asks you for one or the other. But there's really no reason why we couldn't adjust it to make it to allow you the option to get both.
It'd be nice. Yeah. Then you can kind of sync them up at the end.
Right. Absolutely. Cool. Right. Good question.
All right, see if you have me now.
Peter, got you now.
All right,
Cool.
great. So yeah, I've been speaking about this for a while with Steve and following you guys, which is really cool how this is all coming together. It's great. Question on, I guess, the distance.
Yeah.
Furthest distance is how far at the moment, would you say?
So roughly, we recommend staying within 1,000 miles of each other. Now, that doesn't mean we haven't had good jams at 1,500 miles. There's a lot of kind of factors about it, but guys in a drum line or in jazz bands are really time sensitive. They might be a little bit more sensitive than, say, people in a choir who are used to a little bit of wiggle room. But for the most part, if you're within 1,000 miles of the other players, you're in good shape. It's a good question. And that's our system. So other systems like Jack Trip generally require, for best results, they require you to not necessarily be within 1,000 miles of each other, but usually within 500 miles of one of their servers. So they have about 20 servers around the country, and most people, they're in most major cities, and so you connect to their server instead of connect to each other.
So all it does is it might create a little latency affecting hearing that furthest individual.
Right, right. Exactly. Yeah. So the further apart you are, the more latency you'll experience. And one thing that kind of gives us a little extra push is that we have what we call a low latency or a GPS metronome. So just like you'd use a conductor or a metronome to keep everyone in time, we have a metronome that's triggered by GPS. So by satellite, it makes sure it starts on everyone's box at the exact same time. So uh, even if you have somebody that's a little further out, they can follow the metronome, and it can usually be much better that way.
That's cool. All right, thanks.
Nice. Yeah, good question, Peter. William. Okay. Where are you, William?
Hey there. Can
Hey,
you hear
William.
me?
I can hear you.
Okay. My name is Will Monahan. I'm a student at MTSU, and I just wanted to know if you could talk a little more in depth about kind of the software that went into making this box, how you developed that, how that came about. If you can talk
Yeah,
about that.
it's a good question. So this is a really unique venture from a developer's end. Most most fields in development, most fields in technology are just like fields in medicine or law. You specialize in something. Like you specialize in uh, digital signal processing, or you specialize in routing, or you're a DevOps guy, or you're a coder. Uh, this is interesting because you have to know about everything that happens, in audio processing, because there's no one, magic bullet. You have to know about how mics pick up sound and how the signal is transferred through a cable, to an analog cable, and how that, and how audio interfaces work, and how that audio, that analog signal gets converted to a digital signal, and then, how, when it gets packetized and ready to be sent over the internet, how it gets compressed, or how the sample rates get standardized, or how the buffers get set. So there's a whole lot of little tiny solutions, but it requires a much more broad understanding of technology. And I think that's why it took such a long time for the industry to come around, because you really need an expert in about 20 different fields to get it all to line up just right. But we're getting there. So
Cool.
it's a good question. Do you have any
Yeah.
any question in particular about how any particular part works? I can go into more detail if
No,
you have.
that was good. That was interesting. I like that.
Cool. Yeah,
Thank you.
it's an interesting field. Yeah, absolutely. Anybody else? No more. Okay, so guys, we have a couple of things doing left here. One, we're gonna have, I think we're gonna have a jam with some of our kind of Nashville players, and the last part about this is we're gonna do a stress test. So what that means is that we have theorized about how many video streams we can we can have live at one point in time. We've never actually done it. So what I wanted to do is have users one by one turn on their video cameras and or turn on their unmute their video, and I'll tell you when to start. And I'm going to put a poll in the system, and I'll explain as I go here. Let's see. Give me 1 second to arrange this. As more and more users start coming on, if you have any issues with video or audio, I want you to answer in the poll about your situation when you experienced it. I'll show you what I mean here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to add another question. Don't answer these questions just yet. Only answer it if you notice that video or audio is cutting in and out once we start. All right, I'm in group. Okay, here we go. All right, is anyone having trouble seeing or hearing me now? If you are, please fill out the poll and say you're in group 1. Okay, I'm going to start turning on webcams.
Okay, I'll do it one more time.
Eben, will you turn on your camera? Unmute your camera, Eben. And George and Henry and Jen, would you mind unmuting your cameras? Cool. All right. Is anybody having trouble seeing or hearing now? If so, fill out the poll. Okay, so good so far. All right. Now, Coolwinder, Lakeisha, Matt, Peter, can you guys turn on your cameras?
Okay, up here. Okay.
All right.
Now, so now the two.
This is the closest one again.
All right. So if anyone's having trouble in group 2, this is group 2. Fill out the poll, letting us know if you can't see or hear somebody, or I guess everyone's muted, but if you can't see somebody. So good so far. All right, William, Alex, Andy, and Clay, if you could turn on your cameras. William, Alex, O, Andy, Thiessen, Clay, Skiles, unmute your cameras. There you go. Hey, Alex. Clay and Andy, if you're there, let's see your faces. No go. All right. David, Eileen, Elizabeth, Mark, and Jesse, can you unmute your cameras? Awesome. David, if you're there, can you unmute yours? And this is group 4. All right. Everyone can still see and hear. Okay. Cool. We've never seen how many video feeds we could put on at one time. JMS, MTSU, Kelly Nicole, Ken Jones, Kyler Strain, Kieran, Hangy. I'm sorry, Hangy. Cool. Yeah. If you guys can turn on your cameras, perfect. Kyler Strain. David, your camera's black. Your camera's on, but we can't see you. Okay, this is group 6, I think. Jack, Catherine, or MT, Sud, Some DD, Nat, Philip, Bima. I think this is group 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so now this is clear.
All right. All right. So everybody, just turn on your cameras at this point. Seth, Simon, Steve, Titus. Anybody having trouble seeing all the video feeds now? Cool. All right. Hey Seth, do we have everyone connected over there for a jam?
It's so cool I see everybody.
Yeah. Cool. I don't know where. Steve, do you know where if Seth is still working on it over there?
I will find out in just a second.
Cool. I'm gonna show a quick video. Let me know if this video works out okay. It'll kind of show you a little bit about how it works. Let's see here. Share video. Here we are.
Yeah, that works really good. Sounded dead on to me. Yeah. Huh. That's cool. It's easy to be kind of skeptical about tech like this, because we've been trying for a long time to find solutions that work. This honestly is the first one that I've tried, in this genre of apps for real-time play-alongs that actually is usable. I'm pretty impressed. This really is cool for whatever, across town, across states, collaboration. I mean, definitely, I could see using this definitely successfully in a rehearsal context, which is great.
I just literally flew from Nashville to LA for rehearsals, and I was, I can't help but think that, like, from a rehearsal standpoint, that this probably would have really done the job. Another really immediate application would be for lessons.
Yeah.
Right. The
That's what it's
one
built
thing
for,
that we can't do with our students effectively is play with them.
Right.
So I have to do this pseudo modeling where I'm playing for them and they're playing with me, but it sounds like a nightmare coming back to me, and I just have to live with that.
I mean, my thoughts are pretty much iterated by everybody. I mean, I haven't tried any of this software. I've heard of different people developing things, but this is the first time I've actually tried it. I'm pretty impressed, man. Like I said, it's remarkable. I expected some sort of latency, but I mean, to me, I felt super comfortable. I mean, yeah, rehearsals for sure. I mean, that's a given, but we also can't deny that we're entering a new world of trying to figure out our way as performing musicians, and as clubs go under. And Adam and I compose music that only 10% of the public actually listens to. So, it's like finding venues. You know what I mean? Right. It's like there's also an application, like, moving forward for, like, actually getting your music out there and live and there's, like, home concerts and tickets on Venmo to see, putting on we could do a gig in like a month. You know what I mean? Yeah. If it was in everybody's home. So that's kind of exciting. As much as I hate things going that way, and I miss the old way things were, we can't stop it. It's like this is happening with or without us. Pretty exciting.
Cool. So, guys, I think we might be at the end here. We had a couple of
So now his mixer popped up. All right, so
we had a couple of pros.
Yeah. Can he hear himself in his headphones?
We had a couple of the kind of the national pros lined up here, but I think they're having trouble getting all connected. If so, we're going to get you guys in the next masterclass. I think it's Skunk Baxter and Jay Roberts jamming. So this was kind of our dry run. We want to make sure we could push the system with a lot of people in the room at the same time without an issue, and wanted to make sure you guys kind of got the news about what was happening. But yeah, Jen, are you around? You can kind of tell them what's happening next and how to sign up.
Yeah, absolutely. Seth, if you could include the link in the chat, if everybody wants to look down at the bottom of your screen into the blank chat box, Seth will include a link in there. If you would kindly, if you haven't already, put your email in there and submit it, and we will keep you informed about upcoming master classes and other events as well. But we're planning on doing at least monthly master classes with some greats, some premier musicians, and you definitely won't want to miss that. So, Seth, are you there? I don't have the link on hand right now. Coolinder?
Coolinder, are you there?
Hold on one sec. I could probably grab it.
Also, Jen, your mic's getting a little staticky. If you want to refresh, it'll probably clear it. Coolinder, are you with us?
I'm just sending a link.
Oh, there you are now. Cool.
It's done.
Great.
It's in the chat.
Wonderful. All right, and this is the way to sign up for the upcoming master classes with different players and tech guys in the music industry. Oop, there she comes. Hey, Jenny, you there? Hey, Jenny, are you with us?
I am.
There you are. Perfect. Yeah, that sounds much better.
Okay, good.
All right, cool. So we got the link from Coolinder, and this is the way to sign up for the upcoming master classes with celebrity players and, kind of tech thought leaders in the music industry.
Yeah, it's going to be good stuff. Whoever didn't share their email address, please do so, and we'll keep you in the loop. And it's also a way that you can contact us and ask any questions you want.
Wonderful. Hey, David, go ahead and unmute your camera and your mic. David, I think your mic's still muted.
I think you can hear me.
Oh, we can hear you now, but your camera is still black.
I'm on my very, very, very slow Chromebook, so
all right,
it
well,
may
we can hear you.
turning on.
All right. Well, yeah, what's happening, David?
Well, first of all, thank everybody for showing up and taking part in this try run. We're very excited about the tech and what Taylor's created with his team. As Jen said, there'll be monthly master classes coming up. At some point, it'll be weekly master classes, but we're just getting started with this. Please stay in touch with us. We are just opening up this kind of new world of people being able to make music together online, and it's really exciting. And we know there's some bumps in the road, but if you could have imagined this 2 years ago, it wasn't here.
All right, wonderful, guys. I appreciate it. If there are no other questions or comments, feel free to email us, and we'll see you around. Thank you for helping us out today. Yeah, Steve?
No, I was going to say if they were, no, sorry. I was going to say if they could not get connected, if they wanted to come on and tell who they are and how the experience they had with it briefly. But
Oh, sure.
If they can't get, that might be something everybody would like to hear about.
All right, we can do that. I think Kamal is over here. Kamal, can you hear me okay? Let's see if he's on here. Or Aaron, are you there?
Well, Aaron, anybody, just who they are, what they do, and who they play with, and the experience they've had using this.
That's a good idea. Aaron, can you hear me okay? I don't think he's connected. Who else do we have? Let's see. Will, are you there? Oh, Will's there. Hey, Will, can you hear me okay? Yeah, Steve, they're messing with Seth right now. Will, can you hear me at all on your computer? I think they're still talking with Seth about the boxes. Yeah,
Gotcha.
guys, we will keep in touch, and we'll let you know as we're booking these master classes, and as the tech becomes available to the public, which should happen in the next month or two. All right, thank you very much, guys. All right.